What's the story behind the rumor that you were going to be the higher power?
I didn't hear this until years later.
So is there any truth to it?
Maybe. I mean, but it was never anything that they told me. And honestly, it was a terrible idea anyway, because the idea would have been like, Undertaker is like answering to this higher power, and then I'm unmasked and it's me, and it's like, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean? And it's sort of like what was going on in my first WCW contract as well. Like when I first signed with WCW, like they had an idea where I was going to be Vampiro's. The way they described it to me was, if Vampiro is Darth Vader, you're the Emperor. And I was like, okay. And so, but also, like at this point, Vampiro was feuding with Sting, and I was an unknown indie guy. So whatever the reveal was going to be at that point was going to be a letdown to me. And so I thought, okay, we'll do this. And I remember going to WCW one day, cutting this promo backstage with the Vampiro, I've got this hood, and they're like talking to me like, all right, talk about harvesting souls and things like that. And I'm like, okay. So I cut this promo, we get it live, and then I'm back in the locker room, and it comes on live Nitro, and we watch it. And as soon as it's done, Jeff Jarrett, who happens to be there, and I haven't really even met Jeff at this point, Jeff Jarrett goes, who the fuck was that? And I was like, oh, that's me, sir. And then that flopped so quickly that they didn't go forward with that idea. And then I was just under contract with WCW. I was traveling with them for like 4 months, and then they let me go. And that was the first contract that I had with them that ended. Like JJ Dillon called me, he's like, hey, you're not wrestling a whole lot for us. And I was like, well, you're not booking me. So that's why. It's not like I'm wasting your money on purpose, sir, but they let me go.
So then how did you find out years later that your name was attached to the higher power?
It came out on the internet. Like everyone was like, I think maybe Bruce Pritchard mentioned it. But yeah, like everyone was like, oh, Christopher Daniels was almost the higher power. And I was like, was he though? I don't think that's true. I think maybe it was discussed because I had been going to do WWE dark matches as an extra, and Jim Cornette was always sort of high on trying to get me there early on when, the light heavyweight thing was a thing. And they knew I was doing the Fallen Angel, so I think they thought, oh, well, maybe this is something that we could use him as. But honestly, I think once Vince saw me, and I'm 5'10", and this is the time when everybody is 6 feet something and something. It's like, we can do better, And I was like, that makes sense.